morning, world.
Good morning, world.
Good morning, world. Kia ora.
Good morning, world. We're currently floating at about 3,000 feet over beautiful Lake Taupo.
Speaking to you from Taumarunui in the King Country.
Rotorua and all of its amazing geothermal features.
Here in the stunning Hawke's Bay.
Here in Gisborne, East Coast, New Zealand, North Island, Aotearoa.
The beautiful Hamilton Gardens.
On the sacred mountain or Tatara.
We welcome you all on board to enjoy the amazing sailing.
We'll visit some of the best and quirkiest artisan producers.
Enjoy the first sunrise of every new day.
Zipline under glowworms, blackwater rafting.
We offer the complete winery experience.
We have these amazing rail cars.
So come along, enjoy a ride with us to this beautiful place.
We're looking forward to hosting your guests really soon.
We're so excited to have your clients come where we connect our being with their being.
So send some clients our way. It's not a bad way to start the day.
We love sharing Hawke's Bay with the world.
No mai, hara mai.
Look forward to seeing you. Kia ora.
See ya.
Wow, wouldn't that be an interesting way to start the day, to jump out of a plane at 18,500 feet. So look, welcome everybody, and thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. I'm sorry we weren't able to get you to Bali, but you're going to have to come to New Zealand instead, I'm afraid. So let's have a wee look at where we are in New Zealand, and I'm not having any joy clicking this through here. Oh, there we go, hopefully. No, I think you're on the task there, Sharon, my friend. If you could click us into thank you. So look, you can see there's a whole of New Zealand map there. We are just south of Australia. I'm hoping that you all know that. Where I'm talking from this morning is from the Central North Island. So two main islands in New Zealand, the North Island and the South Island, and I'm talking about the key regions of the Central North Island. A lot of people don't view this as the initial destination that they might select to come to New Zealand. You've probably heard of the region of the destination of Rotorua, which is one of our partners in terms of the Explore Central North Island group. Just south of Auckland. Auckland is the key international gateway into New Zealand, and we have 3 touring routes which start from there. Looking at 10 to 12 days of self-drive touring is ideal, 7 to 9 at a minimum, but 10 to 12 is ideal. And really it's a great opportunity for you to get out and get off the beaten track in New Zealand, holiday like a local, meet some of these awesome people that you've just seen on our Good Morning World video, and touch with some of the New Zealand must-dos. It's really easy to navigate. Nowhere is far, so you can be in Mount Maunganui in the Bay of Plenty, and within an hour's drive be in Rotorua, or an hour and a little be in the town of Hamilton. So there's nowhere is far when it comes to the Central North Island. Next slide, please. So you'll know this part of New Zealand for the mighty Waikato, which is home to the Hobbiton movie set in Waitomo Caves. It's a great option for first nights and last nights if you're coming in and out of Auckland. And you'll see it's just south of Auckland here. The little map down there's got a round circle on it. The other place that you might know this part of New Zealand from is Rotorua. I mentioned it before. Next slide, thanks. And it's one of New Zealand's best known destinations. It's a real cultural hub in New Zealand. It's a place where a lot of people come and learn more of our beautiful Māori culture, meet more of our beautiful locals. And but it's also in more recent times it's become very well known as a nature and adventure hub, world-class mountain biking there, and lots of fun and action things to do. Skipping a little further south now, heading down to the town of Taupo, to the region of Taupo, and actually you can just see above that middle kayak there, there's an etching, a Māori etching in the rock. This is the Mind Bay Māori carvings, and they're found on Lake Taupo. They're 14 metres high. You can only get to them by water, but you can get there by kayak, sailing vessel, cruise vessel, fishing charter. They'll all pop around. It's just around from the main township of Taupo, and is a really popular destination on the lake. It's something really quite special. Heading south again is the region of Ruapehu, and you probably know this area most famously for the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. So just be aware that is truly an alpine crossing. It's one of New Zealand's most popular one-day walks, and you'll find that in the Tongariro National Park. So it's one of 2 national parks found in this part of the world and is a World Heritage Site. So really quite a special part of New Zealand. Skipping over to the coast now, onto the eastern side, is home to the sunny Hawke's Bay, and that's the absolute fruit basket of New Zealand. This is where a very large part of our stone fruit, pip fruit is grown. A fantastic wine, but it's also very well known as the Art Deco capital of New Zealand. The town was rebuilt in the Art Deco period and is one of the most complete and true to the architectural style in the world. It's very well renowned for that. Further north is the first part of New Zealand to see the new day in Tairāwhiti Gisborne. So the sun will be coming up there probably in about 3.5 hours, I would say, and even now there'll be a few keen bodies that will be just about to rise to the sound of their alarm so they can get up and see the beginning of the new day. Some amazing surfing there, and very much a place that that a lot of visitors don't get to, but when they do, they truly love it. Most spectacular part of New Zealand. Heading further north is up to the Bay of Plenty. Mount Maunganui is the #1 beach in New Zealand. Beautiful golden sands. It's where a lot of New Zealanders have holidayed for generations on the beaches there. 125 k's of sandy white beaches, and a beautiful subtropical climate. One of my favourite places to pop to for the weekend. It's about an hour's drive from where I live, and beautiful part of New Zealand. Further north is the Coromandel. You've probably may have seen this picture before of Cathedral Cove, and it is around about an hour's drive from Auckland, is where the Coromandel area starts, and within an hour and a half, 2 hours, you can be in this beautiful part of the world, or you can go to Hot Water Beach and dig yourself your own spa pool. So look, there's lots of burning questions to be had about this part of the country, but one of the things that you will learn about New Zealanders is that we don't take ourselves too seriously at all, and we call ourselves Kiwis, after the bird, but actually it's Kiwis is another term for New Zealanders. So our first burning question for the day, and these are not your quiz questions, there are quiz questions at the end, but why do Kiwis always wear shorts? Well, we actually wear bike shorts a lot in New Zealand, and just there we go, bike shorts, and lots and lots of amazing cycling in New Zealand. This is in Great Lake Taupo. 4B cycles can provide you with all the gear, and they do guided tours and things around the lake, and one of many amazing cycling experiences in this part of the world. The other reason that you might want to wear shorts is so that you can get in a giant inflatable ball, fill it with water and roll it down a mountain. One of many adventure activities available to you in Rotorua, and a place that you definitely need to wear your shorts because it's very much an action-filled adventure. Keep those cycling shorts though if you go out to Tairāwhiti Gisborne, because you can go rail biking. This is all showcasing New Zealand's Kiwi ingenuity, where they've got these specially crafted cycle carts which you can jump on and cycle along the rail track, and really enjoy to see very rarely seen parts of Tairāwhiti Gisborne. We also call shorts in New Zealand as the same as togs or swimmers, and you'll need those if you wanted to go and learn to surf or paddleboard in the Bay of Plenty. That's Mount Maunganui in the back of that shot there, in Tauranga, and that's again one of New Zealand's most popular beaches to get out there and get some sand between your toes and some salt water in your nostrils. A little further north is Cathedral Cove. I talked about this earlier. Hop in a kayak and just go and see this beautiful part of the coastline. You can do guided tours here. in the Coromandel, very, very picturesque part of New Zealand, a little bit like some of our other beautiful beach destinations that we'll see today. Here we go. Let's keep rocking through here. We're going to run out of time, I can see that. So why don't Kiwis need wings? Well, they don't need wings because they can go zip lining through ancient forest. They can then jump out of a perfectly good plane above Lake Taupo. They can hop on a skywalker and go on a Ruapehu. This is amazing experience up in the Tongariro National Park, and beautiful walks around there, up around the craters. Jump on a three-wheel cycle trike, and go for a tour around Mount Maunganui in the Bay of Plenty. Beautiful, a fun experience, and quite a different and quirky way to see that part of New Zealand. Why are flip-flops such a key part of fashion for Kiwis? Well, you need to be able to kick them off easy so you can get your Wellington boots on and go blackwater rafting. See the amazing glowworm caves down in the Waitomo area of the central North Island. Or you might need to use your flip-flops when you lose your paddle when you go whitewater rafting. So a couple of great companies there based in Taupo. And enormously good fun to do. Adventure, very much an adventure playground for New Zealanders and for visitors to this country. But the next activity is not something you get to do that often, and that's put your waders on and go and see and feed the stingrays. This is found in Tairāwhiti Gisborne over on the east coast. Wonderful experience. I'm told that they can sense when guests are pregnant. So if you are pregnant when you're traveling in this part of the world, the stingrays will take extra interest in you and come up and see what's going on. They get confused by the two heartbeats, apparently. Righty ho, and easy to just get your flip-flops off if you want to go and get your toes in the water and experience the wonderful marine life out of the Bay of Plenty. We're a pretty relaxed bunch in New Zealand, and it's no wonder when you've got the Spa of the Southern Seas based in Rotorua, and a nice way to finish your day if you've been out and about and mountain biking and absorbing, etc., and canopy riding around town. We do love a good surf, us Kiwis. We've got lots of coast in New Zealand, and we hang 10 on the world's longest left-hand surf break in Raglan and Waikato, which is a great place to go to learn to surf. Heading down to Taupo, lots of nice hot mineral waters to soak and bathe our bodies after a busy day exploring. And in Ruapehu, you might want to go and chill out with a picnic after horse trekking from Blue Duck Station. Jump in a kayak. There's nothing like a bit of water to make you feel relaxed, and go and see the glowworms via kayak, which is a really neat thing to do. Going into these beautiful canyons here, the glowworms live on the side of the canyons. Or you can just simply dig your own spa pool at Hot Water Beach and sit there and either watch the end of the day or this picture, which is the beginning of the day, and the sun will be coming up there shortly too. Why are Kiwis so intrepid? We're getting a bit short on time, so I'm going to quickly skip through these. They're intrepid. Well, we like a good journey. This is the home to Hobbiton, and don't forget this presentation will be sent out to you, so all the contacts and things will be on there for you. I talked about the Tongariro Alpine crossing. So one of New Zealand's most popular walks. Highly recommended that you take it guided. It's not for the faint-hearted, but really, truly, truly spectacular. Not for the faint-hearted too is to go zooming down natural rock slides. You can see there's a person halfway down that waterfall. My husband and daughter did it themselves a couple of years ago. Enormously good fun and very popular, especially with our backpacking visitors. We are pretty intrepid in New Zealand, but we do love to share our culture as well, and there's lots of opportunities to do that, most especially in the town of Whakatane, where you find Matatua footsteps. They've got some wonderful, wonderful stories to tell of their people and their places. So a great place to send your visitors for authentic experiences. Intrepid is really in our nature. Check out what our backyard looks like. This is the Kahangaraki Gorge on the way to the Coromandel. Again, beautiful, beautiful images. Tuned into nature, great geothermal experiences in this part of the world. We've got incredible sanctuaries for wildlife. This one in particular is quite fantastic. There's great notes accompanying this presentation, so that will fill you in even more. This is our food basket, our bread basket for going fishing or gathering kai or food in the remote backcountry. Taupo is a great spot for that, and also to go and experience nature. But most of all, why we're so tuned into nature, and it's because of the people that we are and the places that we can see, which is this experience in particular in Tairāwhiti Gisborne is really something quite fabulous to go and see the dawn of the new day. Check out our online product directory and itineraries on our website, and there's also some information on the destinations as well, and sample itineraries for this part of the world. So quiz time, here we go. Question 1. I've been talking about the regions in the Central North Island or the Central South Island. How many days should you allow for self-drive touring around the Central North Island? No days, or a minimum of 7 to 9 days, but ideally 10 to 12. Definitely a self-drive touring destination is the best way to see this part of the country. Get off the beaten track and explore Central North Island, and you can holiday like a local or a maniac. Oh, maybe both those answers is correct. Name 2 of the regions mentioned today from the Central North Island. We've got Waikato and Rotorua, Bay of Plenty and the Coromandel, Taupo and Rotorua, Tairāwhiti Gisborne and Hawke's Bay, or all of the above. There you go. Does our Explore Central North Island website contain product directory, itinerary suggestions, info on our touring routes, or all of the above? There we go. Let's have a look at the answers. I've had to fly through those quickly. There we go. Central North Island, bang on. That's what I've been talking about. You absolutely need to spend minimum of 7 to 9 days, but ideally 10 to 12. Holiday like a local when you come and explore the Central North Island. We named all of the regions I mentioned in our presentation today. So absolutely all of you were correct, regardless of how you answered. And all of those things, the product directory, itinerary suggestions, and information on our touring routes can all be found on our website.